Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about an article that I came across where the Jamaican language unit is proposing, petitioning or preparing to petition to the Jamaican government to make Patois an official second language in Jamaica. First of all, I didn't even know that there was a unit in Jamaica that's called the Jamaican Language Unit. Apparently, it is located at the University of the West Indies, which is a highly respected institution. But I did question myself in regards to what exactly with the Jamaican Language Unit, what is its daily performance? So if any of you guys know what that is, let me know. And you know, here's how I feel about the Patois being a second language in Jamaica. First of all, let me just demonstrate how would that sound when I come on my channel. Wagwan people, big respect so to come on the channel. If I your first time on the channel, enough respect, bless up yourself. I want to watch all of my video them now. And if you don't like what I want to say, just press the thumbs up button. See, left a little talk down at the bottom there so I can read it. But more than anything, I want to press the subscribe button because I want to know every time I put up one video so I can watch it. That's pretty much what I think my introduction would sound like if I actually should do it in Patois. But then again, it could be varied, you know, because when it comes to Jamaican Patois, it varied from region to region, like anywhere else in the world. I mean, I live in Switzerland at the moment, and I live on the German side of Switzerland, and we speak German. German is the official language in the state that I live. But at the same time, Germany, which is only a neighboring country, speaks German. But Switzerland German and Germany German is not the same German verbally. But at the same time, if it's being written, you have to respect the writing of German. So if it's being written, Switzerland German and Germany German is the same German. But when it's being spoken, it's a total different German. So in Switzerland, we have what we call Schweizerdeutsch, which actually means Swiss German. And Schweizerdeutsch is to Switzerland and its German part. However, at the same time, if you go from different county of the German side of Switzerland, Schweizerdeutsch sound totally different. Kind of the same in Jamaica. Kingston Patois versus, say, St. Elizabeth Patois is two different things. I mean, so what we used to say while I was a kid in Jamaica, town and country. Town Patois is a total different Patois. So, for example, someone in Kingston would say, may I go with you? And someone in the country would say, may I go with you? And someone in Kingston would be confused by that. Why is the day? You know, may they go with you? Someone in Kingston would say, go on, go away. Someone in the country would say, galang. So it's different. So considering that I know that maybe every parish in Jamaica speaks Patois different, my question about this proposition of having a second language in Jamaica or making Patois a second language is first and foremost, I want to know what are the benefits? What's the relevance of making Patois an official language in Jamaica? How would the Jamaican society benefit from it? And secondly, I would want to know how the spelling is going to be. Because if it's going to be an official language, there has to be an official command of spelling. You can't spell guan, guan, guan. You can't spell mek, mek, mek. We have to choose one. So pretty much every Jamaican that's living in Jamaica would need to go back to school, because now we need to have a solid framework and a set way as to how each Patois word is spelled. So right there I see where it's confusing. It's going to be confusing. But like I say, the main thing that I would like to know is what's the benefit? How is it going to benefit Jamaica with the rest of the world? I mean, Patois, Jamaican Patois is admired and its own. But at the same time, it is seen more as an unofficial language. It's just like saying people from New York versus someone from Mississippi. They speak English, but one speak it with a southern country style and one speak it with a up north city style. But it's the same English when it's being written in paper. However, should we put on paper, I'm getting ready to go out, that's from New York, or I'm fitting to go out, which that's from down south. Countries have to have official languages. So my concern is, where are we going with this official language? Where are we going with the Patois? How are we going to lay it out? Is the alphabet going to remain the same? Do we need to sound the alphabets differently? So making Patois an official language would not be as easy as it sounds. That would be like reconstructing a whole, not even reconstructing, because the minute I put the prefix re, it means it was already constructed. So that would be constructing a language from scratch, which we only have the outlining, because like I say, we know what Patois is. But when it comes to Jamaican Patois, of the 14 parishes, there are some differences. I think Kingston and St. Andrew is there and near in sounding, but the minute you start leaving the corporate area and start going to like St. Catherine, St. Mary, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Patois start becoming more and more diverse. Kingston and St. Andrew Patois, they're probably the most transparent, but as soon as you start going into what Jamaicans call the country area, Patois get a bit more intense, it get more strong, and even sometimes people from the corporate area have to say, what you say? Come again? Because the Patois is so deep. According to the JLU, which is the Jamaican language unit, only 15,000 signatures are required to elicit this statement under the government. I'm sure that they can find 15,000 people, but I mean, even if I was asked to be one of those 15,000 people, I wouldn't just jump and put my signature there, because from the surface of things, it doesn't look like it's a sensible move. I mean, they're saying it is in honor of Louise Bennett Coverley. And everybody knows that Louise Bennett did her poetry and did most of her writing and her presentation in Patois. And it's a golden culture. She's a golden cultural icon. You know, we celebrate her, we appreciate her, and we appreciate what she represented. But if that's the only reason why we should make Patois a second language, I think it's really a foolish move. I think it's an idiotic move. I mean, languages represent people. Languages represent nation. I'm not saying we should eradicate Patois. I mean, it makes Jamaicans unique, but Patois remaining a secondary unofficial language, it's all good in my book. Jamaican people understand Jamaican Patois, so it is kind of just unique to the island of Jamaica or the people of Jamaica. Other people like to learn it. Other people like to learn a word or two, but that goes for every other language. I mean, there is Mexico, there is Colombia, there is Puerto Rico, and I believe there's Ecuador. They all speak Spanish. But at the same time, I've met people from all these regions, and they'll say, even though we speak Spanish, our Spanish is not the same verbally. Our Spanish is the same in writing, but when we speak it is different. And because of that, there can only be one Spanish that's respected. So what I'm saying, you have to have a master class. You have to have a master language. You can't just come up with an idea and go, we're going to make Patois official. So let's say it's been inducted and the government gives a okay and say from now on we're gonna make Patois an official language. Let's use the basic job application. You know, I mean, the word name will still be name. What we're gonna put at date of birth, when you're born, you know, that's just it sounds ignorant. It does sound ignorant. So I'm saying, Jamaica, we need to stay in our lane. We don't have to try to be like Mike. We don't have to try to be like other countries. Or let's not try to claim too much than we can truly handle. I understand that words like twerk has been accepted in the dictionary, but that doesn't mean we should say we want to make Patois an official language. I'm not saying it's an impossible task. What I'm saying, we need to add logics to it. Ask ourselves, what is the prime significance of making this major historical move, then ask ourselves, how would it benefit the people of Jamaica? How would it benefit the island of Jamaica? How would it benefit the culture of Jamaica? Everybody in the world know that we speak Patois in Jamaica, or nobody says we speak Patois. We chat Patois in Jamaica. And the reason why we use the word chat Patois instead of saying we speak Patois is because it's not an official language. It's not an official language. But even though it's not an official language, nobody is actually petitioning for it to be eradicated on our Patois. But at the same time, let's face it, if you can't define the word rotted, or if you can't spell father in one particular way, I mean, what we're going to write, father or father, it is too much to take on. But if the University of the West Indies believe that they can manage this task, then so be it. I came across the article and I just thought, let me put my little 2 cents on it and let me throw it out there to my subscribers to see what they're saying, because I have not only subscribers from Jamaica, but I have subscribers from all over the Caribbean. And I think even though this is not relating to other Caribbean countries, it's pretty much the same, you know. What if they should make Trinidad and Tobago's unofficial slangs an official language? Do you think it would benefit you guys, or do you think it would just cause confusion? Same for countries like SVG, same for countries like Haiti, same for all my Caribbean people, you know. So even if you're not Jamaican, feel free to jump on this topic because it relates to any language. Even if you're a Black American that's living in the United States of America, whether you're from New York and you talk with your New York slang, or you're from Philly, you talk with your Philly slang, or if you're from the South and you talk with your own Southern language. I mean, do you think that it would benefit your state, or do you think that it would benefit your region in any way? Because like I say, I'm all ears. I'm just speaking from my point of view, and I'm only speaking from the surface view of things. Anyway, people, that's pretty much all I have to say today. But before I go, I have to big up some people. Big up yourself to the maximum. First, I want to big up a subscriber by the name of Empress Paula May Mason. Secondly, I want to big up my favorite subscriber, Light. And last but not least, I want to big up Mega Shredder 101. Big up yourself to the maximum. Mega Shredder, you asked me if I've ever been to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Unfortunately, not yet, you know, but the simple fact that you asked me has made me put it on my travel list. So without a doubt, at some point in my lifetime, I will be visiting SVG. Anyway, people, as you know on my channel, I accept thumbs up, thumbs down, agreement and disagreement, because on this channel, each one teach one. Until next time, people, peace.